Ka'ahumanu, Kuhina Nui and widow of Kamehameha, have done these things. For many years we have seen these haole, these foreign men among us.
Ka'ahumanu was a ruler of Hawaii. She was the most powerful wife of Kamehameha I, and after his death, she assumed the role of Kohina Nui, in essence, the most powerful ruler during that time.
Ainoa, the kapula are ending. The gods are false.
The play is about what happens when the first Christian missionaries from America arrive on the Hawaiian Islands and the interaction of the missionary women and a couple of the women from Hawaii. The cast is made up of local volunteers from the community. Some of them are from a local halau, or Hawaiian school of dance and culture and language. Our entire process for the rehearsal process is about 6 weeks. So in addition to the cast, we have a design team or a production staff, and they are generally volunteers as well. We have a couple of folks from the local community that also work at GW that are helping us. We have some other folks that work in the local DC theater scene, and then our set designers actually teaches theater at a college in Southern Virginia. So we have reached that far to assemble a company to put this play together.
Well, this set is actually a coming together of two worlds. There's the world of the missionaries that are coming to the Hawaiian Islands, and there's also the world of the islanders. So on the set, I've tried to represent that. We have Kahanamanu's house, which is a traditional Hawaiian structure. And then we also have a structure on the stage also that is the missionary's home. I wanted to focus on a strong vertical line to it because it's a religious play, and I wanted to have a strong vertical line and it really pointing towards the heavens. Theater is such a collaborative art form where we have to work closely with the costume designer, with the lighting designer and props designer as well, and be able to make things look congruent and look like they're all coming from the same world, really.
This is a show that, particularly in terms of costume design, you have a very fine line to walk. In a lot of theatrical productions, you can sort of run the gamut. If it's Shakespeare, you can set it in 1920s Harlem, or you can set it in any place your imagination lets you. But the conversion of Kahamanu is based on real people, a real period in time. This is our interpretation of the period, but also staying true to the historical accuracy of both the native dress as well as for the missionary dress. Costume design does walk this very fine line of either giving away or not giving away. It's the first visual indication to an audience of a character, of who this person is. It really builds into the personalities of these people that as an audience we're asking you to buy into their lives and the story that's going on stage. I was amazed by how much I learned by this play. I always learn something. Something that I love about costume design is it has sort of an anthropological side to it. You really do need to find out why people wore what they did, what did it mean, where did it come from, what fabrics, what were the technologies of the time that informed color choices or patterns or prints or, And so doing the research for that I found fascinating, especially being of Native descent. I struggle with knowing the history of my own tribe. So one of the more interesting things that I found out was the history of the Hawaiian dress. Hawaiian women typically had fabric that they just wrapped around their bodies under the bust. Not going to go over so well with the missionaries, also not in the play. But they go from wearing this particular fabric just completely wrapped around them to wearing a sewn garment that has been cut and patterned that covers them from the neck all the way down to their wrists, all the way down to their ankles. And I had no idea. And what's even more fascinating is this garment comes into being because the missionaries are like, here, please cover up your nudity. And yet within the span of roughly 100 years becomes one of the iconic Hawaiian symbols because it moves into being a muumuu.
Okay, at this stage in the production, we're in what we're calling work-throughs. So we've had our script work around the table where we could do some basic understanding of the script. And then we went to a phase called blocking, where it's just like 5 actors, just traffic control, who goes where, at what time, in what manner, and goes to what part of the stage. Do we go to the mission house? Do we go to Ka'aumanu's house? Do we go to Hannah's house? The next stage is the actresses getting their lines down, which is very difficult because all of them and all of us have kind of full-time jobs and lives. So, and then our final step is to go into technical and dress rehearsals where we add all of the tech elements like props and sets and costumes and lights and sound. And then we add makeup and hair so that we have a couple dress rehearsals before we open the production in mid-May.